2017. Welcome to ActorsScope, the what?
Best 30 minutes of your week!
Okay, wow, okay. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're trying a new thing. It's a live show, so just bear with us, okay? Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am Winsome Sinclair. I am here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am from New York. Shout out to New York. Shout out to Strong Island and BK. Casting director, and we're here for you this week. Oh, look at these hearts coming. Okay, so let me start by saying welcome to everybody in Periscope and Facebook land. Now, Periscope land, we love those hearts, but this is our last week with you. So please make sure you go over to Facebook and you join our Facebook page so that you can watch us on Facebook Live. We're saying farewell this week, guys. Please, please, please follow us over on Facebook. You know, the shows get better and better, and you don't want to miss anything. We started because of you guys. We will be forever indebted to you guys, but you know, you got to grow. You got to grow, and we're going Facebook Live, and we're even trying a new thing now, doing a podcast. So let's see, okay, guys? So please, please, please promise to follow us over there. If you have any trouble finding us, hit us up. We'll send you the link, but we really want you to stay as part of our base, okay? So now, before I go any further again, I can't even get into this show. So much has happened this week already, and it's only Wednesday. First, let's talk. Okay, let me talk about last week's winners first. Okay, for Periscope, the Who's Got Heart winner. Shout out to our pop culture psychic Tracy Brown with 3,500 hearts.
Woo!
Thank you, Tracy. You'll be the last winner that we announced, Tracy. So everybody remember that Tracy Brown was the last person to win. Okay, and I'll hit you up later, Tracy. Okay, for 2017, and also let's see who won our Who's Been Watching. Our winner last week was Gail Ross, okay? Woo! Gail Ross, shout out to you. Okay, now, this week's question, and you know how it works. I didn't explain how the Periscope thing works anymore because we won't be doing it anymore. But just for Who's Been Watching, the way it works is we ask you a question based on last week's show, and whoever answers first, the correct answer, and you email it to wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. Once again, that's wsa.actorscope@gmail.com. That person, you will get your photo over all our social media. So it's a good way to get your face out there, guys. So the question for this week is, what is the Apple Corporation looking to do? We mentioned it in last week's show. You can go back and watch the archive Facebook Live last week's show. What is the Apple Corporation looking to do? Okay, now moving right along. Like I said, Periscope no more. I think we should announce whoever does the most hearts this week. Like let's whoever does it. It's the last time that we're going to be on Periscope, but we'll announce you anyway. So keep those hearts coming because I love seeing those little skittles going by. Okay, and I'm seeing green hearts and red hearts. It looks like Christmas time. Let's see some other colors. Let's keep them coming. All right, now, and also let us know what city you're watching from. Okay, everybody check in. Let me know what city you're watching from. All right, I know that people in ATL watching. Pop Culture Psychic, I know you're in, that's a lot to say. Pop Culture Psychic, I know that you're in Los Angeles. Ooh, orange and green, I love that. Okay, ATL's watching, Boston is watching. Come on, roll call. Where you at? I'll shout you out, okay? Because you know we do it now so I can see the monitor and I can see you, I can shout you guys out better. All right, moving right along. Now, okay, let's talk about the Oscars. I don't know what to talk about first, though. I'm torn. I'm really torn right now. Like, I know the script says one thing, but I really want to talk about New Edition last night. That's what I really... First of all, shout out to BET for giving us the programming that we need, okay? Shout out to Zola Mashariki and Robbie Reed. Listen, you guys, y'all did the damn thing. Y'all really did. That show... Like, I was literally singing and dancing and singing in full voice, okay, and dancing in my bedroom watching it. I was live tweeting. There was so much going on, and what I love to see on social media is the way that everybody connected with the program. It was absolutely off the hook. So much so that I told my staff this morning I want to do a shout out for each and every actor that was a part of it. So, Brashear Gray, we know him from Empire, and Dante Hoagland, they both played Michael Bivins. All right, I'm shouting each actor out individually because seriously, they deserved it. I know that Robbie Reed did the nationwide search for these actors. Kim Coleman did the rest of the casting. But these kids, not only were they amazing as the characters that they played, but they all sang themselves. It was like them singing. It wasn't lip syncing. That was their voices, guys. So, I mean, these kids are amazing. Johnny Gill was played by Luke James from Red Tails. Bobby Brown was played by Wood McLean and Tyler Marcel Williams. Ricky Bell was played by Elijah Kelly and Caleb McLaughlin. I hope I'm saying that right. Ronnie DeVoe was played by Keith Powers. Miles Truitt. Ralph Tresvant was played by Algie Smith and Jahi Diallo Winston. Guys, watch these actors. They so embody the characters. They did the work. They did the dancing, not to mention the acting. And I love that young kid that played, Dante Hoagland, your voice. Oh my God, that deep voice. You so embodied Michael Bivins. I've met Michael Bivins on occasion, and yeah, Dante, you did the damn thing. So shout out to these guys. I want to give them a round of applause. That was an amazing show. But that was part 1. So make sure you guys tune in tonight for part 2. They'll be live tweeting again. Get into it, and part 3 will be tomorrow night. I can't say enough good things about this show. I see Emmys in their future. If not, I'm just putting it out there. I see Emmys in the future of this whole production, all right? Shout out to BET again, and home of Being Mary Jane, by the way. We'll be back next Tuesday. Okay, so that being said, let's get on to the Oscars, okay? Am I doing my script right? I feel like I'm rushing through stuff. All right. I'm going a little to tell him to slow down. Okay. I'm going to take my... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a shameless plug. Why not? For you in the podcast world, that's when I take a sip of water. You know, you guys can't see me. I take a sip of water out of our WSA mug. Because we shamelessly plug ourselves here. Okay, Team WSA, we're very proud of who we are, what we do, and what we're becoming. Woo! Okay, woo, see that? And I got a chair. Okay, so now let's talk about Oscar nominations. Now, there's something else that I want to actually say about the Oscar nominations, and I'm going to actually read my notes to make sure you get all this stuff. But Best Picture, La La Land, Moonlight, Manchester by the Sea, Arrival, Fences, Lion, Hidden Figures, Hacksaw Ridge, and Hell or High Water. Wow, that seems like a lot, right? I think there's a limit to how many you can have, but that seems like a lot. Okay, so now, La La Land tied Titanic and All About Eve for the most nominations for any movie. We watched it. It's amazing. Go see it. Go see it. I'm still going to say, I'm not going to say what my favorite is because I don't want to be biased anybody, but make sure you guys go see these films. I think the actual Oscars is February 28th, so make sure you see it. It's the 89th Academy, 89th year. Wow. Next year will be 90. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Okay, so La La Land, we said, had 14 nominations. Moonlight picked up 8 nominations, including Best Picture, Best Director Barry Jenkins, supporting awards for, I don't want to say this man's name wrong, I got to learn to say it better, Mahershala Ali, forgive me if I said it wrong, and let me talk to you about Naomi Harris's, her performance. First of all, not only did she blow it away, which is typical Naomi Harris, but I learned yesterday, I forget where I learned it, that she did her entire performance in 3 days because she's actually not from the United States, so she only had 3 more days left on her visa. She was in the United States promoting something else, and she booked this role, and they shot out all her scenes, and you see her age arc over time, and I don't want to tell you, I don't want to ruin it for you, but you see her progression, and you see her evolution, and she did that as an actor. That is absolutely amazing, okay? If you don't see this movie for anything else, check out Naomi Harris's, her performance, because I haven't seen anything, and given her circumstances, that was absolutely amazing. Also, The Arrival picked up 8 nominations, including Production Design, Cinematography, and Sound Awards. Lion, Manchester by the Sea, and Hacksaw Ridge garnered 6 nominations. Mel Gibson was nominated for the director of Hacksaw after years of being absent from Hollywood. Mel, we missed you, I think. I don't know if I can say that, right? But he's back. He's back and as great as ever. You know, you can't really where there's genius, there's always something quirky going on. So I still think there's a bit of genius in him. Now, my favorite performance is next to Naomi. So okay, now I can't really pick. Again, I'm torn. Okay, Naomi was amazing in Moonlight, amazing, and I'm only saying that because I can't think of a better word. But How to Get Away with Murder. Okay, Viola Davis, they were riveting. I could not take my eyes off of you. I cannot shout you out enough. Your performance in Fences is for the record books. It really is. I mean, I'm a huge August Wilson fan. Shout out to Sam Pollard. I did a project with him. It was a documentary on August Wilson's work and his life. But Viola Davis, if anybody was born to play this role, that would be you. That would be you. So, you know, kudos to you for being nominated for Fences. But we also made history, and I have to make note of this, for the first time in the history of the Oscars, a single acting category has 3 black women in it. Octavia Spencer for Hidden Figures, and if you haven't seen it, like, do not come back and watch this show next week until you go see Hidden Figures. Okay, that's how much it was a powerful piece. But Octavia Spencer for Hidden Figures, Naomi Harris for Moonlight, we've already talked about it. I could spend the whole half hour talking about these 3 women right here. Okay, but I'm not trying to be biased. And Viola Davis for Fences. If you don't, I mean, you should see all of them. If you're serious about your craft, the Academy Awards shouldn't come around and you not see everything that was nominated. But if nothing else, please go see Hidden Figures, Hidden Figures, Moonlight, and Fences. I mean, and after all the hoopla of this weekend's Women's March around the globe, go support these women. Go see these films. This is why I am in this industry. This is why I love the film industry. This is why I am a filmmaker and I contribute in the way that I do, because I never get enough of a great performance. I mean, I guess that's why I ended up in casting, because I mean, you have no idea, just seeing these great performances makes me love my job even more if I didn't love it enough already. Okay, I'm getting a lot of red hearts like it's Valentine's Day around here already. Okay, keep those hearts coming though, guys. Keep them coming. But yeah, guys, definitely go check out whatever the shows you can see. We listed them earlier, and we'll have them on our Facebook page. I'll say them again one more time. La La Land, Moonlight, Manchester by the Sea, Arrival, Fences, Lion, Hidden Figures. Shout out to Janelle Monáe as well. Oh, wait. And Taraji P. Henson, let me say it if nobody else has said it, and I'm sure they have. Girl, you should have been nominated. I don't care what anybody says. I know you were great in Benjamin Button for that nomination, but you really should have been nominated, because as iconic a character as Cookie Lyons is, and it's always hard, I think, for actors and actresses to shake iconic characters, but when you came on Hidden Figures and you came on the screen, nobody knew who Cookie was, and Cookie is iconic. Okay, so I really feel, if I can say anything to the Academy, I really feel that Taraji P. Henson should have been nominated. That's just my 2 cents. Nobody probably cares, but I do, so this is my show, so I'll say it here. All right, so shout out to Taraji P. Henson. I haven't forgotten your performance, girl. You are absolutely amazing. And I actually had the pleasure of meeting her once, and she's an absolutely gracious human being. And I worked with her when she produced her first film. Okay, so that being said, okay, so now I'm sorry, Fences, Denzel Washington, Best Actor and Best Writing and Adapted Screenplay, and Meryl Streep. What can we say about you? Meryl? Just bow down. Just bow down, okay? Because she has her 20th nomination. Is that a record? Like, I think that's a record. Is that a record? Meryl broke, look at that, a woman broke her own record. Shout out to Meryl Streep, Florence Foster Jenkins. So, that being said, it is absolutely amazing. But you know what? I want you guys to know what's casting and what's going on here. Let's talk about what's casting in and around town, so that maybe you guys will get your Oscar one day. Who's coming to join me? Nice. I know, I felt like I was going fast and like missing the show, but...
No, you weren't missing the show.
Okay, cool. All right, good. So first of all, where's your cup? Can we do a toast?
Of course, we can do a toast.
Let's do a toast.
Toast.
Shameless plug.
Of course.
This is a shameless plugging again, by the way.
We stay doing that.
Yes.
See, I even have my shirt on.
Yeah, exactly. You can't see it on... It's a hot shirt, though. Get you one. Get into it. Okay? So tell us what's going on.
Okay, this is for Atlanta.
Okay.
We've got here, the film is called Roses in the Concrete. It is a feature film. It's a non-union. They are looking to start shooting in May of 2017, May 22nd, actually, of 2017.
May 22nd? That's my parents' 52nd anniversary. Okay, I digress.
happy
Go ahead.
anniversary.
Happy anniversary in advance, Mom and Dad.
So this is a film about a young man and his best friends, and they struggle with growing up, understanding the world, and trying to fend for themselves. One has an overbearing but loving father who's raising him in the hood, and the other has absolutely nothing to lose.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not going to give you everybody, but they are looking for a lot of lead roles. I'm going to give you a couple. The rest of them we will post on our page. One role is Kofi. It's a supporting male, age 15 to 20 years. This character is full of swag, has a chip on his shoulder, and doesn't conform to authority. Basically, they're looking for your physique to be slim, average, or athletic. An African-American male, athletic skills, basketball, or track and field.
Nice. Okay.
The other character is Ashanti. This is also a male, age 18 to 30 years. He's the gang leader's second in command. He's quick to anger and has psychotic control issues. Again, you have to have a physique, athletic, and also an African-American male. And California, which is a female, 16 to 20 years of age, African-American girl who lives in the suburbs instead of the hood, like majority of the characters. She comes from a complete household, but revels in the idea of Seth and Kofi's world. She is Seth's love interest in this. So they want someone that has a slim physique. So like I said, there's actually a whole bunch, but we will list them on our page for you.
Okay, perfect.
And this is also, their submission deadline for this one is May 14th of 2017.
Okay, you have time to get it together. If you need to get new headshots, go get them. If you need to get yourself together, you have enough time. They've given you enough notice.
Yes.
So I assume that's an indie because they're doing...
Yes.
Okay, so...
Yes,
all
it
right,
is.
cool.
Now we're looking at Hilton Casting, and this is for Survivor's Remorse
I love
season
that show,
4.
actually.
I know, I just started getting into it. Actually.
Really?
Yeah, it coincides. I have too many shows on my plate, so
DVR,
you know. I know. You
DVR.
know how many things I have on my DVR
I know,
right
me too,
now?
No, me too. No, I'm just as guilty as you are. Shout out to Diane Ashford, FAMU, over at Survivor's Remorse. Okay,
Yes,
go
because I have This Is Us sitting there, and I have to. missed
Oh, I
that
watched that
night.
last night. I watched New Edition twice, and then This Is Us. Like, I watch it all before I go to bed because I feel like I have to prepare for you guys. Like, this is homework. I have to do this. We didn't talk about This Is Us. We'll get to it. But go ahead.
Yes, I love that show. So Survivor's Remorse, they're looking for people to portray reporters and media personnel, all ethnicities, ages 18 and older. And they're also seeking cop and law enforcement types, again, all ethnicities, age 18 and older. You're going to submit to HiltonCasting.com, submissions/extras.
Nice. Okay.
And we have another one, Extras Casting Atlanta, and this is for the film Den of Thieves, starring Gerard Butler, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and 50 Cent.
Because y'all know who O'Shea Jackson Jr. is, right?
Yep, straight out of Compton.
And that means 50's going to be in town?
Yep, 50 will be in
Okay.
town.
Shout out to 50.
They are
Holla at your girl.
they're seeking male and female Brazilians, 18 and older. So basically Hispanic guys, 18 and older also.
So wait a second. There's
I know.
Brazilians in Atlanta?
Well,
Is
actually,
there a huge Brazilian population?
there actually is a large population.
Wow. See, I learn something new every day.
There is a population. I
Shout
know.
out to you for knowing.
Oh yeah, I sometimes you gotta go into certain areas to get certain things, so you gotta find them.
Okay.
Come on now, I'm Caribbean. I gotta find all the
Oh,
stuff.
you gotta let me know where that stuff is out Caribbean.
Now, Tammy Smith Casting is looking for people for the film Black Panther. They are looking for older Asian men and women with unique facial features, 60 and 90 years old.
Wow. 60 to 90. If you still in it, if you got a little bit of Betty White in you, get out there, okay? Because they are looking for, wow, 90 years old.
90 years old.
How old is Betty White? She's like 94,
95. She just turned 95.
So y'all ain't got no excuse because she's still doing. She was working on her birthday, by the way.
Yes, she was.
At 95, she was working on her
she
birthday.
was.
So
That should tell you.
age ain't nothing but a number, clearly.
Yep. So in the subject line, you're going to put older Asian or Asian man, woman, and you're going to email blackpantherextras@gmail.com.
Aww.
I got one more for you.
Okay, cool. Take your time.
And this is for the people in Philadelphia, PA.
Oh.
They are casting for Kevin Hart's Untitled drama. They're looking for men and women 18 to 70 years old to play background extras. The film starts February 1st and will continue through March of 2017.
Wow, that's next week.
Yep.
So get your pictures in quickly.
Yes. So you're going to submit via email to untouchablescasting@gmail.com. You're going to put in the body of your email name, height, weight, your clothing sizes, phone number, make, model, and color of your car. And you're going to also add a full body or a close-up shot of yourself. And it has to be a recent photo. It can't be anything old. And you're going to submit that to that email address, untouchablecasting@gmail.com.
Wow. Now, y'all know that's a Kevin Hart movie, so it's going to be extremely popular. Get in there while you can.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
and they
yes.
start shooting next week.
Yes, they do.
Okay, all right, cool. Now, before you go away, because we're going to talk about some stuff, because I want to talk about your take on what's going on with the Oscars,
Okay.
and I want to talk about your take on New Edition.
Okay.
Okay, and, okay, I'll do Sundance, but did you watch the New Edition movie?
Yes, I did.
Please tell me your thoughts, because I feel like I'm just talking about how I feel. Tell me how you felt about it.
It was actually interesting to see because I knew they started young,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know they started that young.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the time I knew about New Edition, I'd heard Candy Girl,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know about them until their second album.
Really? Now, I'm a woman of a certain age, so I remember when Candy Girl came out. And the interesting thing about the Candy Girl album is that when they put it out, they made a decision to not put the boys on the album cover.
Really?
Because at that time, don't ask me why, I don't think they wanted people to know that they were African American.
Interesting.
Okay, so that was a decision that they made. Okay, and what was one of your favorite things about last night's show?
For me, it was just the music.
Really? Okay.
It really was just the music because I always enjoyed their music.
I love their music.
And
I
then
like-
seeing Lisa Nicole Carson.
Yes!
I was so...
Shout out to Lisa Nicole Carson and shout out to Gingy Rochelle and She Knows Why. Okay?
Yeah, when I saw that she was playing Ricky's mom, I was like, wow. Because I hadn't seen her...
In forever, since Ally McBeal.
Yeah, I think that was the last time I saw her.
A lot of things happened in her life.
Yeah.
But shout out, she's back, and don't count nobody out. And I think I think we need to do a movie about her life. But I think one of the scenes that sort of blew me away, and you tell me how you felt about it, was the scene when I forget whose mom it was, but I think it was Yvette was playing it, and she said, "Y'all want us to split $1.87 check?"
Oh, okay, yeah.
That
scene,
crazy.
yeah, that was...
The music industry is no joke, guys. It is absolute $1.87 to be split amongst. Are you kidding me?
I think
That's exactly what her mother said. Are you kidding me?
the first time I heard that was the check they had gotten, I couldn't believe it. But then when I think back to when it was finally brought out that Maurice Starr just like screwed them over completely.
That's why I can't wait to see tonight. Because I want to see if that gets revealed. Like, first of all, I love the way they even opened the show with a Bobby Brown performance.
Yeah.
And when Ricky Bell brought it to him. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know, I know a lot, I'm a huge fan, but I didn't know it got that bad between them.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that bad either.
And shout out to them for evolving and getting past that and going back on the road, when they got older. I mean, sometimes you do things when you're young, and this is for you younger people watching and paying attention. You do things while you're young, and then you regret it, and then you kind of have to evolve, grow up, forgiving it past it.
Yeah. But that also shows what type of relationship they really had.
Yeah, actually, I love that scene also where I think it was a young Ralph Tresvant when Maurice Starr tried to get him to go solo.
Yeah.
And he said, "I don't know where you come from, but we don't do that here."
Yeah.
Right? And that sort of moral fiber in a child that young is absolutely. If I were to meet Ralph Tresvant today, I would shake his hand just for that decision. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, because he was like, it was my boys, I can't leave them. You know?
Oh my God! Yeah, no. I mean, listen. I'm so pumped about tonight's part 2.
Yeah.
I will be live tweeting. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I will be live tweeting because I love to interact with people all over the world who are watching it. So please join us. We'll post on our Facebook page again. The cast will be live tweeting as well, so you can be interacting with them. Okay, make sure you're following the cast. Make sure you're following BET, and I think you have to hashtag New Edition BET. Mm-hmm. Okay, hashtag New Edition BET. Tune in. I promise you, you will thank me later. Okay.
That's what Robbie retweeted when he tweets.
Oh yeah, shout out to Robbie. Well, yeah, I have told y'all my story, but like Robbie was my very first mentor. She got me in this industry, but that's a whole other story. We'll do a whole other show on that. But shout out to Miss Robbie Reed and that whole BET casting crew. Andrea Duran, shout out to all of you.
Yes.
Okay, now I was gonna talk about Sundance, but I feel like I'm running out of time. I will have more highlights about Sundance because it's still going on. Actually,
Yes,
a lot of people that we know went last week, but whatever big is happening, we'll report on it next week, guys. Pay attention. If you guys have any questions, please make sure you reach out to us, ask us questions. We find out what we can for you, try to bring you relevant, up-to-date information.
Yeah, Malia's there. Malia Obama's there.
She is. Oh, did you know that she's got an intern?
Yeah, Weinstein Company.
Malia, listen. So anybody who can get close to Malia, let her know if when she's done with the Weinstein brothers, if she want to come do like an internship at Team WSA,
she's more than welcome.
More than welcome, okay? Yes, you can. You too can be a part of Team WSA. We need to get her a Team WSA t-shirt. I think I'm going to talk to my partner about that. He usually says no, but see, but it's Malia. He's thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay. All right. So now that being said, it's the time of the show where we get to Summy Says. And actually, this week's Summy Says is from Meryl Streep.
I had to type
20 nominations. She beat her own record.
her own record.
Not to mention, I love the speech she made the other day, but I won't get into that because we're trying not to be political. We're not going to talk about 45 for the next 4 years. But let's tell you what Meryl Streep said. Meryl Streep says, giving voice to characters that have no other voice, that's the great worth of what we do. And I'm assuming she means as actors.
Yes.
Okay? So, once again, I'll repeat it. Giving voice to characters that have no other voice. That's the great worth of what we do. And you guys out there who are actually doing it for real, reflect on every now and then, take a moment, take a beat, reflect on why you're doing it. Because that's what keeps you going, actually.
It is.
It is actually, and it's what keeps me going. Like, I know every now and then I slow down and say, okay, why are we doing this again? And then I remember.
We love it.
That too.
We love
that
it.
too. And that in itself is a blessing.
Yes.
So, that being said, we will be back. We'll talk about Sundance next week. We'll talk about day 2 and day 3 of New Edition. And we'll talk about Being Mary Jane, which will be back. And even the little teasers they did yesterday were kind of... Did you see the commercial that Michael Ealy did?
Oh, that was cute.
That was very
I like
cute.
that one.
He was like, wait a minute. Union, that wasn't in the script.
Yep,
Okay?
I like that part.
That was absolutely awesome.
That was priceless.
Yes, that was priceless. So shout out to Michael Ealy. And Gabrielle Union and Being Mary Jane. And we'll see you guys next week. We'll talk about it. We will be back. Same bat time.
Same bat channel.
Can we say that loud?